How's everybody doing?
Oh, hey.
Doing good.
He's good. Good to see him.
And we got our little tiny gong up front.
Happy Wednesday and stuff.
Yes.
Hump day.
Humpity day.
That commercial still cracks me up. You know what day it is? You know what day it is? Hump day.
Well, when the shoe fits, or the humpback.
Yeah.
They should have Quasimodo do that one. Would that be too...
deformed shaming?
Incorrect.
Yeah.
That's
very ableist of you, Chuck.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I don't know. Does a hump mean a disability? Not necessarily. Quasimodo was badass.
Yeah, he kicked ass. At least in the Disney version.
He was deformed, and people made fun of him.
People were bigoted against him. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Glad we got that out of the way.
And on that note, let's start a show.
Yeah.
Hey.
Quasi means not quite, so was he like pardon moto? Semi-moto.
Semi-moto. Not quite a moto, but he's not a full moto. He's a quasi-moto.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that movie Quasi yet? I think it's on Hulu.
No.
It's the guys from Broken Lizard. You know that?
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Super Troopers.
I'm pulled over as far as I can, man.
I can't go any further. I fucking love that movie.
All right, well, Todd, you let us know, and I'll start the clock.
You know, I just played the music, Charles.
Is that what I heard?
Oh, yeah, jeez. I was still on bad medicine.
I'm still rocking to Bon Jovovich, or whatever his name is.
Is he a Jovovich? No,
he's a Bon Giovanni or something. Yeah.
There's only room for one Jovovich. Thank you.
Yeah, Mila is the only Jovovich that I know.
And feel free to come on the program, Mila.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, we like your movies.
Yeah.
I even kind of like those zombie movies that she did.
Just seeing her in action.
If she wasn't in those movies, I probably would not watch those movies. But since she's in those movies, I have watched those movies.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think she's cool. She delivers. She's not just a stunning person to look at, right? But I think she delivers stuff like that real well. I think she's very capable, but she's also not afraid to cash a check.
I'm not afraid to cash a check either. So
I think my favorite movie of hers is Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't have a huge role, but it was an ensemble cast.
It was like I said, I mean, it was the favorite movie she was in. It didn't specify it was because she was in it.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's a good one.
She had a breakout with the Bruce Willis thing, the Fifth Element, right?
Yes.
That was her big...
Multitask?
Okay, and then she did the... Joan of Arc film as well.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't know which was first. No, that wasn't bad. Was that a Luc Besson film also? It might have been.
It was. Yeah,
I think she's capable. I really do. And she was a cover girl, right?
I don't know.
She was a model before she...
Yeah, like her and Linda Carter both were cover girls.
Okay.
Of that brand of...
And she was like a supermodel, too. It wasn't just a model. She was a supermodel.
Yeah, I'm looking to make that metamorphosis myself from just regular fucking model to a super duper model. Any minute now.
I think in order to be a supermodel...
I think you got a good shot.
Yeah, there's no cocoon or anything that I can crawl into or...
I think in order to go from model to supermodel, you just have to be able to just eat, chunks of ice and sip on water.
What makes a supermodel? Is it just the amount of money you can command?
Your PR team,
I think
probably. She'll be referred to as super.
And do they have supermodels now?
I don't know.
Because gone are the days of Cindy Crawford and Elle Macpherson and all that.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe you call a supermodel.
I think the other thing is that commands the title of supermodel is the fact that they're also actors as well as models.
Sure. Yeah, well, that Timothy Chalamet or whatever, that guy, I think is everywhere, right?
Was he a model?
I bet he is today. Somebody's wasn't that guy's part on something? Oh yeah.
All I know is he was on SNL. He's going to be the next Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie. He's going to be playing the lead part.
And I would say that I've seen the Cindy Crawford movie, and I would not call her
What's
an
a
actor.
Cindy Crawford movie?
She was in a movie with one of the Baldwin brothers. Where he had to protect her or something.
Well, I mean, it's
so brave. The Baldwins are
She
so
was
brave.
playing a part of a model, so therefore it really wasn't.
Oh, was she playing a model?
Yeah.
I think so.
That was
yeah.
being chased by the mob or
Yeah,
something?
no, it's like Cheryl Teague's on a Rockford Files episode or something. It's like, I got to protect the model. Yeah.
It's a tough gig, but somebody's got to do it.
Ah, shucks.
Yeah, when you're everywhere, you're on TV and you're in movies, and they invite you to be on like the celebrity roast on Comedy Central. That's a supermodel, I think.
All right.
All right, well,
All right.
okay. So.
Well, hey, everybody. We are Our Town Podcast coming to you from the historic Renton Civic Theater in beautiful downtown.
Yeah, geez, we're on stage and everything.
Renton.
Can you tell what set we're on? I mean, this is really cool.
It's
I mean,
nice.
folks that aren't watching this, you should go watch this on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the bread and the butter.
We're on stage this week.
We finally got relegated out of the projection room and on.
They really wanted that projection room back.
But this was a huge production, so they spent a lot of time out here on the stage doing rehearsals and stuff. So we haven't been able to get out here for the last month or so.
Yeah, man, there's 16 cast members.
16 cast members.
Yeah,
and if you know what we're talking about, rent.
Rent.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with lease.
Yes,
a little bit different. Yeah, you really commit yourself.
Yeah. And then, of course, the off-Broadway classic Squat.
I almost spit my Coke on that one. Oh my God, that's funny.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it. That's modern, bro. That's a triple entendre, isn't it?
Off-Broadway.
I almost spit my Coke. And then Coca-Cola, folks.
I need a drink.
The worst thing about snorting Coke is all the bubbles.
Yeah. Effervescence.
Yeah, so maybe Squat will come later in the year. We're not sure.
Right after
Mike's busy writing it right now.
Town, followed by Squat. This sounds a really good play.
That sounds like a play that involves lots of amphetamines.
Yeah. What would be after Squat? Would it be just drugged down?
It would be the sequel would be the methadone clinic.
Yeah. Get incarceration.
Catch up with the cast.
Oh, it's rough.
Oh my God! Go to RentonCivicTheater.org to find out more.
Yes.
Yeah. Dudes, tonight's safe word that I came up with, if anybody's feeling uncomfortable, is rat-a-tat-tat.
Wow.
So anybody has an issue with anything happening,
If I roll the R, does it still
if
count?
Mike starts talking about squats
Does this
again,
require us knowing actual Snoop Dogg lyrics and stuff too?
Oh, I don't know. Is that a
no,
song?
just throw out the rat-a-tat-tat, baby, and we will shut it down.
I think it's I think that's a Dr. Dre song that I'm thinking of.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Rat-a-tat-tat, put a fool on his back.
no. Is that? No, that sounds more like Eazy-E, but
You know what? You're right. I think you're right. I think it is Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I knew it was NWA either way.
Sure.
So,
cruising around town in my 6'4".
yes.
Yeah.
It was funny back in the 80s. I knew a guy who claimed to be best friends with Eric.
Yeah.
It was like, you don't know that guy. Why the fuck are you working here if you know that guy? Wouldn't you be down in L.A. hanging out with this dude?
Being a part of the hang-around club, I would.
I would. Why not?
Assuming that they would allow a skinny white dude hanging out with them, I would probably.
Look at Eminem.
Yeah, jeez.
Worked for him.
Yeah, but he wasn't hanging out with Eazy-E.
And he had talent.
Oh, yeah. Well,
He's from a different city altogether.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
Is he Detroit? Where's that guy from?
He's Detroit.
Eminem was from Detroit, yeah. 8 Mile, the whole thing.
Sure. Yeah, which I've heard that, but I don't know what that means.
It's a part
I've never been to Detroit at all.
It's part of
I've been-
Detroit.
I haven't
Yeah, it's a cool old
I haven't
town, though,
either.
right? That's the thing. It's like, for America, that's a pretty old city.
Yeah.
And oh fuck, what's that guy's name? He started off as a rap star, then he became a rock star, then he became a country star, and now he's just a
Does he hate the cans?
He does.
Kid Rock?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
Hates these cans.
Oh my God,
Get
they
away
have
from
a
the
person
cans.
on them.
Dude, I'm surprised nobody's taken that audio from The Jerk and put it in front of video.
I don't know. Let's TM it quick.
Yeah.
TM.
Yeah.
It's ours. It's ours. We say so.
But
man, a lot happening in the news these days, guys. We haven't done sort of a headline show, so we should probably
the orange one has been arrested
again.
Yeah,
this time.
I mean, it's a big deal.
Federal charges.
Really big.
Have you guys read the indictment?
Yeah,
I have not.
I actually read the full 47 or 49.
It's really
it
not
is,
good stuff.
Oh man, he is FUCK.
He's absolutely
giant
fucked.
D. He is big time fucked because.
And the best part of it is his own people like indicted. Here, take these. We don't want to get in trouble, so let him get his shit. And
they were the witnesses, right?
Yeah,
because they were there,
and they
got compelled to testify.
They used his security camera footage to indict him as well.
Yeah. And they used his own lawyer's notes to write part of the indictment.
But the next time, guys, they won't be so dumb.
Yeah.
Right? The movement against democracy is very alive, and he's but one tiny facet of it.
Yeah.
No, it's they're not going to be dumb next time because it won't be Trump and his group of people. It'll be somebody else in the
who couldn't possibly
Republican.
be this dumb.
Yeah, he's certainly the face of it right
Did
now.
you guys see the clip of that?
We lucked out that he was so
the woman who was talking about like some award show, and she mentions the governor of Florida and calls him the Grand Wizard. I mean, our governor.
Oh shit!
Oh, snap!
Yeah, well, that's
and got a standing ovation because of it.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Yeah, man. I watched. I read the indictment. I watched the surrender at the Miami courthouse.
Jeez, right on.
All that stuff, man. And it was kind of funny because he called for a big protest there. I think he was looking for another January 6th, right?
Like 5
it
people
certainly
showed up
was.
this
Yeah, I
time?
mean, there was probably a couple hundred people there, but there was anti-Trump people. There were pro-Trump people, but I think there was a shit ton of just people that were just wanted to see the circus, right?
Sure.
So
well, I would think there's more looky-loos than actual people on any side, right? And media folk, right?
Yeah.
No, I got a guy down there right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I found out the name of the woman who's.
And at first I thought he was just taking a vacation to Miami, but then I went, oh.
Is he going down there in support?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I know. It's a shock to me, too.
So it was Danae Benton is her name. And it was at some sort of award ceremony at Carnegie Mellon University.
My melon.
That's where you get your melon. He's got a co-conspirator, his quote-unquote body man. I need a body man myself. Walt Nauta, I think his name is. And this guy was a aide at the White House, and Trump employed him after he left the White House. The indictment states that when Trump found out the lawyers were going to come and go through all the boxes, right, and look for classified material, he had this guy go down, and this is probably the video footage that Todd's talking about. He had this guy go down and move some of the boxes up to the residence so that his own fucking attorneys wouldn't find stuff.
And they
And he had to move specific boxes. And when some of them spilled out, right, he has testified that he saw shit that he wasn't supposed to see.
Right.
It specifically said, either secret or top secret. I can't remember which. Yeah. But it's like, oh my God.
But
it's
and the thing is that nobody bothered to turn the security cameras off before they did all this.
Well, they're not the White House plumbers that they think they are.
No, and I think people who think they're untouchable think they're untouchable.
Yeah,
right? It's because it becomes part of that psychosis, right? That they are a singular being. And we are, but you know what I mean. It's like, I don't know. It's the democratic institutions that we must protect. And of course, we should refine them. Of course, we should head towards a more perfect union, right? But it's the institutions that are going to keep us from being enslaved by a dictator.
Yeah.
Democracies are better. End of story. Democracies are better than dictatorships, period.
Sure.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 31 counts, unauthorized possession, willful retention of, national defense documents, charges that fall under the Espionage Act.
I mean, can you fucking believe this is happening?
No, and
I'm not surprised one bit.
They've got him on tape talking to...
but what's he going to do with the stuff?
Yeah, that's the worry, right?
Because we know that he tries to make money out of just about every single aspect of his life. So was this just going to be sold for state secrets?
I think he had it just so he can say, look what I have. I'm so cool.
Well, we know that Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, got a $2 billion deal with Saudi Arabia in the waning days of his White House tenure.
To make some weird kind of... hedge fund, right?
I don't know.
But I believe so.
Yeah.
But it's like,
if Saudi Arabia was wanting to give out money, they can give it to me.
Well, geez.
I won't give them anything, but they can give me lots of money.
I wouldn't take them.
I don't want to be beholden to them.
Honestly, I wouldn't be able to give them any secrets, but they can give me money.
Yeah. Have you guys obviously probably seen the pictures of all the documents being stolen?
Oh yeah.
In the toilet, in the ballroom.
The best thing I ever saw was today, and it was
bonkers.
They took a clip from one of the Indiana Jones movies where they're putting away a crate, and they pull and it pans out and it shows it's like his bathroom.
That's where the ark goes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, the documents go right next to the ark.
Yeah, way in the back. Which is a really cool scene.
Oh, dude!
In Raiders, it's a great scene. Right? But I don't know. And this kind of thing. And I mean, when we first, found out that not only Donald Trump, but Biden and Pence and other people have taken these, the property of the American people, which they are well versed in knowing they can't just grab this shit. So
the thing is the difference between Pence and Biden and Trump is that when their people found those documents, it's like, oh shit, hey, we found these documents here. Here you go.
And
Hillary too.
Take them back.
Hillary did the same thing.
Yeah, as soon as they were found, they were given back to the National Archive. Yeah. Unlike Trump, who's like, no, I never had those things. What are you talking about?
Boils down to the intent, right?
Yeah.
He intended to keep this from the,
the concealment? Yeah. The archivists.
Yeah.
Archivists.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, that's and obviously it's speculation on our part to try to wonder what the fuck he's got a plan to do with this secret, potentially national security documents. It's like
fucking nuclear secrets.
Yeah, he likes money, is what I know. Yeah. And or he had to fork him over to Russia as a payback.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's also a bragging thing for him.
But he could have took non-nuclear stuff. That it's pretty heavy duty shit. He could have, just for bragging rights, you could take, something not so heavy duty, right?
I don't think he knew what documents he had.
Somebody did.
He just knew he had a bunch of documents.
He knew enough to tell his co-conspirator to remove the boxes from the storage, quote unquote storage,
you mean
to
the
his
bathroom
residence, so that even his own attorneys wouldn't find it.
Oh wow!
It's just
he's next level stupid. That's for sure.
I don't know, but that's a number of steps. Just like when a kid had a cookie, and now there's cookie crumbs everywhere. So they put
I didn't eat no cookie
next to the dog or whatever.
As he's wiping off his chin.
But the steps that they showed for that deception or whatever, that says a lot.
Do you think DeSantis will have this same level of stupidity?
Not at all. He's a very intelligent and dangerous human being.
He's an officer in the U.S. Navy, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
He's
at
a
least
dangerous person. And he's a lawyer. Yeah, he's a Harvard-educated lawyer, which, whatever.
Don't trust him as far as I can throw him.
No, because he's terribly ambitious and he does not believe in the rule of law.
Right.
That's the problem. You can be ambitious and still believe in the rule of law.
Yeah.
We can't pick him up and stuff, but we can push him over like a cow, right?
You could probably tip him.
You can do some cow tipping with Ron DeSantis. Okay, I'm down with that.
I don't know. The other funny thing about Trump right now is that he is having a hard time finding attorneys. Two of his attorneys quit on Friday after the indictment came out because I believe it was their notes that,
that got him in trouble.
My
That's funny.
keep dropping.
What intern?
I don't know, man. Where's our intern? I need somebody to yell at.
Unpaid?
We'll do it live.
It could be.
Yeah, no,
it could be this extension cord.
This whole thing just. And I mean, Spiro Agnew had like a 60-count indictment against him because he was a piece of shit.
Yep.
But he quit, right? So it's like he did these bad things while he was in office as vice president. And he probably would have got pardoned anyway, right? It's like, I don't know. We need to demand, we need to improve our judicial systems, right? So that they can be, for the most part, counted upon by the American people. And then we need to make sure that the law is the law, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll maybe try to skip the country and go to Slow Jam?
To avoid jail? I think he would.
Go to Slow Jamistan?
Yeah, but he's never, ever going to go to jail. There's no way
I doubt
any Justice Department would charge somebody in a way that they could see.
Please, I just want to see him I want to legit see him in an orange jumpsuit.
It'd be hard enough if he was
and
just a
tears coming down his face.
Yeah.
He's like, this is not like they told me it was going to be.
It'll never happen. And let's say he gets hit with $100 million fine just for kicks and giggles, which he won't. But let's just say he'll just get it from the rubes.
Yeah.
The rubes will spend their retirement, their Social Security checks, send it right to this guy.
Just like a mega church, right?
Yeah, it's like a mega church, dude. It's
Charles,
insane.
we should make some shorts with Trump in like an orange jumpsuit, and then have like audio clips from that Mike Judge movie where the guy quits his job and
Office Space.
Office Space, yeah. And there's a scene where it's like, so do you go to like federal Palominias prison, or is this like a country club prison that we're going to?
Nice. Yeah, rape is not funny, kids.
It's not funny unless it's like someone you don't like.
Well, what's Chris Rock say? It's that if it's Porky Pig.
Oh, that's George Carlin.
That was Carlin. That was George Carlin. He's like, imagine Porky Pig fucking Elmer Fudd. That shit right there is funny.
That's true.
He was asking for it. Look at the way he's dressed.
That's not wrong.
Wow. You guys, if you're tired of it all and you want to get away from this here United States, you can start your own country.
Is that what that's
micronation? I'm listening.
So is this like Peter Stan or whatever? Like,
yeah, kind of. Yeah, very much like the Family Guy episode where he starts his own thing. There is a radio DJ who is known for doing slow jams, like 70s and 80s or 60s slow jams that toured the entire recognized UN nations in the world, went to all 143 countries, something like that, even North Korea. And he was like, there's got to be a better way to do things. So he comes back. This is a story anyway. He comes back and he comes up with this idea after visiting a micronation in Nevada that a guy and his wife set up. Went out, bought like 11 acres of land in the middle of the friggin' desert, right? Out by the Salton Sea, in Southern California. Just probably a hot shithole. Sorry. But this guy, what's his name? Ron Williams?
Yeah, I don't know.
Randy Williams. Sorry, Randy. Bought this and started his own micronation, created a flag, created a charter kind of, but he got the other guy, the one in Nevada, the micronation in Nevada, to visit him and officially recognize his micronation, and he did the same thing for them. So he created a flag, he created laws, and the laws are very simple. It's like if you wear Crocs there, you're not allowed to, so they can be forcibly removed, and you can be beaten over the head with them.
I'm never going there. I have Crocs. I wear Crocs. I'm wearing my Crocs today, folks.
People love them. Yeah,
they do.
But well, I mean, it's 11 acres, easy to avoid.
If just take them
Crocs,
off.
Right?
Yeah. If you fly over their airspace, you cannot take your shoes off or put your feet on the bulkhead of the plane as you're flying over the 11 acres.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never visiting.
Speeding is not allowed unless you're bringing home tacos, because nobody likes cold tacos. So it's just a funny thing. He's got a website. It's called Slow Jamistan, and I think if you go to slowjamistan.com, you can read all about it.
I was confused.
I'm just surprised the U.S. hasn't just stamped that shit out, though. You know what I mean?
I was going to ask. I was going to ask, has he set up trade with the United States?
He has not. He doesn't actually live on the property, it appears. And he even jokes about he likes his electricity and running water, so he lives about 70 miles away in San Diego.
There was a TV show called the United States of Sarah or whatever, and it was basically this, where it was a town on the border of Canada and the United States that wasn't claimed by either country, so they became their own country.
Nice.
It lasted for maybe a season and a half. It got canceled during the pandemic. It was a great show. I was expecting it to last for fucking ever because it was such a good show. But either way, sounds very similar to this.
Yeah. It sounds exactly kind of like that. I mean, it wasn't a whole town. It's not a whole town. It's basically it looks like a guard booth with a gate to get into the place, and then a flagpole in the center of the property.
It doesn't have an airstream on it.
It doesn't have an airstream on it. It looks like they're trying to do some extra building, but you can go online and you can become a citizen for free.
Oh,
yeah.
You can become a parliamentary member. I think that actually costs money.
Probably does.
And you can buy
they want you to send them money.
Yeah,
well, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I, however, did become a minister in the Church of Dudism.
Oh,
on
Dudism?
Yeah, it's it's the dude, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The dude abides, bro.
The dude abides. Yep.
Yeah.
Geez, well, that's neat. I'm glad that
I thought
we should start our own micronation.
That's how you can tell that it's a white. That Randy is a white person.
Oh, he definitely.
Oh, he totally is.
Yeah,
I
mean, the black dude starting a donation is going to get.
What's funny is like they
surrounded easily.
The uniforms they're wearing are very very not white. But it's still, the guys are.
Oh, on the website?
Yeah.
He dresses, he's got a costume that looks a lot like Muammar Gaddafi.
Or
and he's like, it's a dictatorship, but he's going to allow, democratic processes as
sure
things go. But right now, it's a dictator.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a reject from Cuba,
Yeah. So that's part of the charm.
No,
it's
great.
part of the thing that is allowing him to sell shit to people so they will send him money. And I don't fault him for it. I think it's
I think it's brilliant idea.
I think it's brilliant, and it's totally not a scam or anything. I swear to God.
Yeah, they do hold functions there. It looks like. I don't know how often, but yeah, I think it's a fun idea. But I think
I'm in San Diego. Right?
Yeah, I want to go down to the Salton Sea. I want to take pictures down there.
Yeah, never been.
Yeah, I want to go down and photograph all the.
What is the Salton Sea?
It's it used to be a resort area where people would go, like in the 50s, where they would rent little bungalows and swim and boat and all that stuff.
It's a freshwater lake? Or?
I think it's a saltwater lake, but it turned rancid, or it turned the pH went way too high.
Okay, I went in there once. Okay, how dare you? Let the bathtub ring. It looked like the Valdez stopped it.
But all the fish died, and the place smells atrocious, I guess. But there's all these old motel buildings and stuff. It's
Somebody nearby has IBS, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, geez, then here's our $1 billion idea. All the people who have long COVID and can't smell anything, we'll just start renting it to them.
There you go.
Because
hey, maybe that'll cure their long COVID, because eventually they're going to start smelling that nastiness and be like, I'm cured. I'm cured.
Hot weather, dead fish.
Yeah, not a great combo, guys. We're not going to bottle that and put in a scent. But I think, as Our Town Podcast, that we should officially recognize Slow Jamistan as a micronation.
Jeez, all right.
What do you guys think?
Are we going to vote on that?
Yeah, I honestly don't think so. I mean, it's a funny idea, but I don't know if I would officially say yeah.
Well, what if we can become the official podcast of Slow Jamistan?
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm sure they already. Well, it sounds like it's a radio guy.
He's a radio guy. Yeah, but
he's already got his own show.
It's radio, but it's on the internet. It's like Radio Plus.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I'm all for. I love the guy's idea. I find it fascinating. I would love to.
Do we need a background check just in case? I worship the devil and sacrifice
small children.
Yeah,
lamb.
but other than that, it's great.
I only know what the internet tells me.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm all for it. But
yeah.
All
right, motion passed.
Well, the very worst is we're going to get some notoriety out of it, right? And we'll ride that controversy straight to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Bad
Maybe,
press
I
is
guess.
good press for us.
That's right. Any press.
I heard Mike poops his pants every third Thursday.
Is it every third Thursday?
I mean, maybe that's where the smell comes from. Somebody in the area
I'm going to move into the Salton Sea just to ripen shit up a bit.
I think there's
I have not, to be official, I haven't pooped my pants in quite some time, actually. I had dysentery, for those who don't know.
I think that it was sort of made famous in that movie where the kid that died in Alaska that went off on his adventure that Eddie Vedder wrote the soundtrack for. But there was a scene where they go to like an RV place, which was like it's kind of a free city where people that are sort of on the road go. Do you know?
Yeah. Nomads live.
Yeah, it's like the nomad town, but I think that's down by the Salton Sea. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's down.
It really just sounds like Burning Man without the Burning Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would assume those people all sort of kind of take care of each other and know
a bunch of gypsies that live out in the desert.
Yeah, I mean, God bless them.
Sure.
Hey, if they're enjoying themselves and they're not causing anybody else pain, I say go for it.
No, I do. I wish. Yeah, no, I wish them all alive.
So, yeah,
right. It's not. It doesn't sound culty and fucking gross, right? It's like.
All right. Well, next time we are in Southern California, we're gonna pay a visit to Slowjamistan, and he's got a sign that talks about being at the border, where people stop and take pictures that I'm at the border of Slowjamistan.
So if we were to make our own micronation, what would we call it?
Oh, man. Our town.
Yeah.
Our nation.
Big reach there, yeah. Our nation.
Our Townistan.
Ournation.com.
Yeah.
Put it all out there.
I'm going to put Mike in a Gaddafi general outfit.
Yeah.
Did you hear that it's Grimace's birthday and they have a new milkshake at McDonald's?
Oh, is Grimace? They still use the Grimace character?
They brought him out of retirement.
What is Grimace?
Is
he a dinosaur? No, because Barney's a dinosaur. I always thought those two should either. It's like if you meet your doppelganger, you have to fight. I thought those two.
It's like Peter and the chicken, and like every time they see each other, they just beat the hell out of each other.
I would definitely pay money to watch Barney and Grimace.
Barney versus Grimace.
I think Grimace would kick
I heard Grimace is a carnivore, though, so that's
the fact that they both have arms that are too short to reach anything other than maybe their nipples.
That'd be like a sumo battle, man.
It would just be. There was a Hamburglar. I remember that guy. And a police officer of some kind, right?
Yeah.
Big Mac was like a police guy.
Well,
he's Mayor McCheese.
Mayor McCheese.
Mayor
Big
McCheese.
Mac was the constable.
All right.
And then there was the Grimace, and then there was
the Fry Guys and the Chicken Nugget guys.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember the Chicken Nugget guy.
They came later, I think.
Yeah.
I remember
then there's
a
Birdie.
time before Chicken Nuggets.
Birdie was the last one added to the group.
I don't remember
Birdie represent. Yeah. They needed a female character.
I think is what that was. Yeah. And then
is Grimace supposed to represent like ice cream or something?
I think he is supposed to represent
the impermanence of all things,
the soft servedness of the food. I don't know.
The gumming that you will eventually do.
He looked like a melted gummy. Is what he looked like.
With eyes. With
and plus, Grimace means you're like a grimace isn't a good thing.
No,
it's not like a sparkle or
it's never a good thing.
A grin.
So
it's like grimace and pain. You typically put pain,
together with that. Right?
When I saw that it was the Grimace's birthday, I went online to find out what that was all about, and apparently it's a huge thing they're doing right now, where you can get a birthday meal, which is essentially either a 10-piece nugget or a Big Mac meal, and instead of a drink, you get a berry flavored milkshake.
Oh,
yeah, and it's purple.
Berry.
I'm okay.
Maybe he's
No, thank you.
I don't know. Because like in Lord of the Rings, is it the Balrog? Right. So is he the Grimace? He's like some one of a kind demon from the
shall
Netherlands.
Not.
He is a melted Hershey's Kiss, and or a melted gummy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Gourmet.
I think he's one of those multivitamin chewies that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those
Flintstones chewable steroids.
The vitamin C gummies, or the
yeah, now they're all
the vitamin T
probiotic.
H&C gummies.
Great flavored, of course.
No, you know what it is? He's the vitamin T, H, and C gummies. Yeah,
all mixed together.
Yep.
Oh, Grimace.
Grimace.
Man, they've gotten a lot of traction out of those characters, though. It's been
and the thing is they haven't had any of those
years.
Characters, and those characters haven't been on any commercials in nearly a decade.
Well,
just
McDonald's
Ronald.
isn't fun anymore.
Ronald hasn't been in commercials in a long time. When was the last time you saw a McDonald's
It's been
commercial?
quite a while. Since one of the guys from Star Trek Voyager was Ronald fucking McDonald.
What?
The guy from... he might have ended up not the doctor, but he had like a funny forehead and shit.
Oh, okay.
Chakotay?
No.
No, one of the aliens.
Oh, one of the aliens?
Guys. Yeah, he did Toyota ads, and he was a Ronald McDonald for some time.
Huh.
Okay.
Late 80s.
How do you get that gig? I want to be Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, your agent, right?
I remember about
Steve Snyder. Steve Snyder starts calling motherfuckers. Yeah, I got a guy for that. I got a guy.
Did you say Steve Snyder or D. Snyder?
That was Mary Clymer's agent when she was in L.A.
I'd like to see D. Snyder as Ronald McDonald. That'd be fucking awesome.
Steve Snyder's my
picturing him.
fucking agent. He would get shit done.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed.
Dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You want to pay how much? No, we're not going to take it. Anymore. I want to rock.
I've been listening to a lot of 80s lately, and that song comes up on my playlist all the time.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, I walk into the house sometimes and I go, Alexa, I want to rock, and just kicks it on.
Jeez, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have that set up as a routine?
Yep. I just say, Alexa, I want to rock. And
Does it play like a specific playlist?
No, it just plays that one song, I Want to Rock by Twisted Sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have mine set up so if you say, Alexa, order 66, it plays the Imperial March.
That's pretty cool. All right.
I think I was 13 years old, maybe 12. I think I was maybe 12. I took the bus by myself from Capitol Hill down to University Avenue, went into a store, bought Twisted Sister's album because it was friggin' huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I
All the
remember buying
videos
that
and all that.
yeah.
And took the bus home, and my mom was like, "Where'd you go?" She thought I was outside. And I was like, went down to the Ave, and I was just by yourself.
You went to the Ave?
Yeah.
And
By yourself.
You weren't abducted by Av rats? What the hell?
No, my sister
that
was
too
an
busy trying to
Av rat.
Discord. Yeah.
I think every one of...
Spaceport and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So how many... let me ask you guys. People at home don't know what this is, but Av rats. Can you explain the Av rat to the non-Seattle residents?
Yeah, just kids, little punk kids that would hang out, and they would just basically spend their days hanging out on University Avenue in Seattle, which it's right next to the university, and it's got record stores and restaurants and cafes, and it's a little seedy, right?
Yeah, these as I understood it, Av rats were the kids who lived on the street on the Ave.
Some might have, but like my sister would go down there and just spend the day just hanging out, and she knew everybody down there, and I would.
So she was an honorary Av rat.
Well,
she was.
there's always runaway kids.
Yeah.
That's the way I was told was Av rats were the kids who ran away from home. They lived on the streets.
Yeah, they either hung out on the Ave or they went up to Broadway and hung out.
Those were the two kind of.
Yeah.
One of my oldest friends is a reformed Av rat. So
nice.
Yeah. And both of them were like 10 blocks, right? It was from 50th to 40th.
I had a cruise route when I had my Roadrunner.
Nice.
Back in the day.
You had a Roadrunner?
I can't believe we don't talk about your Roadrunner every show.
Wow.
I'll put a picture of the Roadrunner right.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna have to watch this so I can see his car. Yeah.
But yeah, we would do. Me and my buddy Nick. We would go down the Ave and we would cruise up and down the Ave, and then we would cruise up. Through Ravenna, not Ravenna. We would cruise up through Roanoke area, and then head up to Capitol Hill, and we would do the loop in Broadway, and then we'd go back down through, do the loop in the university and all that kind of stuff. So, but man, I remember this one time my buddy Matt, who was in the Marines, he was a little bit older than me, but he got leave from the Marines, came home, did a big fucking pile of coke, because coke goes through your system faster than anything else, I guess, and he knew he was going to get piss tested when he went back to the base in a month.
So he wanted to get kicked out. because of all the coke in the system.
Yeah, but we were cruising around the Ave, and our shtick was whenever we saw girls, and they were probably all like University of Washington sorority chicks, and, whatever. We'd drive up and say, "Hey, we just came up from UNLV. Where's a good place to go?" And I mean, that was kind of our shtick to try to get the ball rolling with pretty girls, right? And then they brush us off, or go down to such and such, and then we turn around, come back. Well, we'd run into the same group of women many times, like, "Hey, we're just up from University of California." It's like, "Oh, you guys were from UNLV like 20 minutes ago."
Were we?
It's just so stupid. So stupid. To
folly
be
of youth.
Young man, oh man. Well, speaking of Indiana Jones, it is coming out later this month, right, Todd? Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, the 30th.
The 30th
coming out. I am actually going to a mystery movie on Monday, so hopefully it's either going to be Indiana Jones or it's going to be The Flash, one of the two. I'm hoping, anyhow.
You missed The Flash last night.
I missed it last night. I got a free ticket from is it Go Flobo or whatever it's the website. I'll give you guys the link on the Facebook page, but you basically sign up on this website and you tell them what your zip code is, and they'll tell you if there's free movies in the area. Do you
have to write a review or something?
No. These are not for press passes or anything. They're giving away free tickets to show people the movie to see how people react to it. And if people are like, "Yeah, the movie sucked."
Well, speaking of reaction, and I don't always follow what the critics say
I don't
movies
at all,
but it's getting like a 56% from critics on the Rotten Tomato meter.
Yeah.
Really?
And is Rotten Tomato critics based?
It's a conglomerate.
It's both. It's both.
But at this point, it's only industry people.
Yeah. At this point, only industry people have seen it, and I haven't heard anything bad. But then again, I haven't really been looking either.
Yeah. I haven't either. I just can't. I listened to the radio the other day, and they were talking about it and said, it's got a 56% on Rotten Tomato, which isn't good, right? It's not certified fresh.
That's not the worst you can get, but it's not the best you can get.
No, I mean you can't get a 0.
Well, Gillette
looking at you, Nick Cage.
Can get.
Yeah.
Has Spielberg also been directing the film?
No.
I think he's a producer, but I don't think he directed them.
Yeah. Did Lucas write it at all or anything?
I don't know anything about other than the fact that Harrison Ford did say that they used the archive at Industrial Light and Magic to deep fake him to make him look like 50 years younger.
The de-aging thing.
Yeah, well,
they do some flashback scenes or something.
They do some flashback sequences, and because I think that the movie is basically going to be time travel. The Dial of Destiny sounds like a time travel thing, but I don't know for sure. That's my guess.
Was there? No, there's a young Sherlock Holmes. Was there a young?
There was.
It was a TV show.
It is available on Disney Plus. I looked it up.
River Phoenix, right?
The movie had River Phoenix. The TV show had Sean Patrick Flannery.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and the version they have on Disney Plus is the re-release of the series. The original series was called the Adventures of Young Indiana Jones or something to that effect. But then it's just what was it? Either way, the new one is like each episode is like an hour and a half long. The original series was like a 30-minute episode, and they did several seasons of it. Now it's just like one season, and each episode is an hour and a half long.
And there's separate season or separate series altogether, or they just recut it?
They just recut it.
Oh,
they just made it, different.
Was it like a story arc that?
Yeah, it showed. And like the first season was like Indiana Jones at the age of 11. Oh, okay. And then like season 2, he was like 14, 15 or whatever. And then I think he went from like 12 to like 19. From season 1 to season 2. Season 2 had Sean Patrick Flannery, who was in the Boondock Saints movies.
Oh yeah, no, I had quite a that guy's done fine.
Yeah, but he's also in the movie Powder as well. But those are the movies I'm aware of, anyhow. But he's it's on Powder? Disney Plus. If you've never watched it, I enjoyed the shit out of it as a kid when it was on TV back in the day.
But I wonder if they'll Dial of Destiny back to that.
Well, Dial of Destiny.
It's a fucking rotary phone.
Seriously, it feels like it's like a multiverse thing, or like
gotta dial 9.
Yeah, got to dial 9 to get out. But no, I don't know. I haven't looked either though. I haven't seen anything really bad about it. I
bet it's fun.
Fucking Indiana Jones. I'm seeing it in the theater.
I think people that are giving it 50% have only seen one or two of the other movies, including the Crystal Skull movie, which everyone hated.
Yeah, and I don't know. The Crystal Skull was fun.
It was
no
fun.
matter what. I mean, it was stupid, but it wasn't as good as the rest of them. But let's just go have some fun.
The thing that cracked me up is I was working at a movie theater when that movie came out, and everyone's coming out, aliens? It was fucking aliens? I was like, oh, and the Cup of Christ is so believable.
Or the Ark of the Covenant where the angels come out.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Keep your eyes closed.
I mean, they're adventure...
What happened to that lady? Oh, she's in Crystal Skull.
She is in Crystal Skull, yeah. And they get married at the end of that one, too.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Do you know if she's back in Dial?
Oh, yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't heard. But then again,
what's the actress?
Oh man, I can't
remember her name. But
she does a great job.
It'll come to me.
But John Rhys Davies is back.
Yeah,
the guy with the fez.
Gimli, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always wanted her to, kiss my eye when they're on the boat.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Where does it hurt?" And,
right here.
Oh, it's so good. That's a Spielberg joint for sure.
Yeah. Spielberg, I think, is not directing, but I think he's a producer. Speaking of,
I wonder if he retired after, because he did his last film that everybody loved, was kind of an homage.
Apparently,
to his life.
Spielberg was a part of the Rise of the Beasts Transformers movie as well. He was a producer for that as well.
Sure, but that just means he wrote a check.
That means that he gave them
a check.
Yeah.
He gave them access to Industrial Light and Magic or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna go see it. I wonder if people have too high of an expectation, like these critics.
It's an
oh my god, it's got to be just perfect.
The thing is they don't realize that these movies are popcorn movies first. Yeah. Man, they're not. These are not like
the historical documents.
They're not historical documents. This is not a representation of things that actually happened.
Yeah.
If you want realism, go see the Fast and Furious series.
Or if you really want to see people beating up Nazis, go watch Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
But,
or what's the new one, Sisu or whatever?
I haven't
seen it yet.
But it looks awesome.
But evidently, I think there's a lot of chopping.
I got a 93%.
Oh, man, right on. Yeah. And we looked that up, but it was Finnish, I think.
Yeah. But I'm definitely going to rent that.
Well, I hope it's finished. I mean, it wouldn't be a good movie if it wasn't finished.
Les Finis.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Geez, what did I watch? I watched the new Creed movie, which is pretty awful, and I watched World Dominion or Jurassic Park.
Jurassic World.
Yeah. I mean, and my mama always told me if you don't have something nice to say. Because it's like,
say it behind their back.
I know, but it happens all the time. It's like, here's $150 million to make this blockbuster.
Go blow it.
Yeah, and then we're going to write the dumbest fucking dialogue and a really stupid movie.
Yeah.
Right, where shit just fucking, where nobody acts that way.
It's a movie about dinosaurs that escape.
Yeah.
I mean, really, how classically trained do the actors need to be?
Yeah, and they did get everybody back, right?
Well, except for the kids from the original Jurassic Park movies. Although the girl from the Jurassic Park movies did a clip for their Facebook and their Twitters and whatnot.
Where she was eating the Jello.
Yeah, the Jello thing where she
saw that.
And the Jello's jiggling on. She's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, and exactly, it's a movie with animated dinosaurs. I'm not. I mean, it's not supposed to be, Do the Right Thing or Gone with the Wind or some fucking. It's not supposed to be that. It's okay. But why not? Why not have decent dialogue?
Yeah.
Why not?
Right.
Because it's a fucking dinosaur movie.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting people to be talking like fucking Shakespeare and shit.
Well,
I'm expecting people to be shitting themselves while running away from giant dinosaurs.
Sure.
I like turtles.
I like turtles.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah. But
yes, and you are correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
But you can do. I think you can do both. I think you can do both.
I think people are expecting too much from these movies. These are popcorn movies. These are the awards they're going to win are going to be for special effects, not for dialogue.
Yeah, but I also recently watched the newer Star Treks with Chris Pike or whatever.
Yeah,
saw one of them the other day. Chris Pine, sorry, yeah, and I thought they were fine, right? And they're popcorn movies, flashy movies with a lot of momentum behind them because there's a long tradition, blah 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 blah. But they're not dumb. Right?
I know people that would disagree with you because they're huge Star Trek nerds, and they in those movies, in the first of the J.J. Trek movies, as I like to call them, because it's all J.J. Abrams, right?
Lens flare.
Lens flare, and let's destroy everything from the Prime universe, and then only focus on this new this split from the main reality.
Sure.
So it's and everything's going to be different but the same.
Sure.
And
Captain Pike didn't get kidnapped though, right? In the new universe or whatever.
Not yet.
Oh,
not yet. And Strange, and actually, season 2 of that starts next week.
Yeah, it comes out.
Strange New Worlds. If you haven't watched
but also, is that the same? That's a different continuum.
That's the
Chris Pine stuff.
It's the Kelvin universe, which is Chris Pine.
Is it really?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's going to break my heart, man, because I really like that Captain Pike. I don't want nothing bad to happen to that guy.
And well,
now I'm angry.
It's going to be different from the Prime universe, where he gets into a massive accident and he's stuck in a wheelchair and he goes beep.
Angry.
I thought those aliens, the butthead aliens, did that to him.
I don't honestly know. I've never really. I don't remember watching that.
That's considered the Prime.
The one with Shatner and Nimoy. That's Prime universe. Yeah, and that's all pretty much at this point no longer a thing. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's in that universe is Picard. Which, speaking of Picard, the majority of the cast will be at SummerCon this year. If you don't have your tickets, get your tickets because we'll be there.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Because who else is going to be there? Us.
Whether or not we'll be talking to any of those people will be the question.
Well, I'm very fast in short distances. I can tackle like LeVar Burton. I know I can.
He's older.
He's in his 60s. They're all in their 60s.
Me up and down the block.
Honestly, I would like to talk to them about when they were all on the show Gargoyles more than Star Trek.
Oh, jeez.
Because they were all main cast members of Gargoyles. Did
not know that.
Jonathan Frakes was the human who was the billionaire in the show, and
the animated show you're talking about?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh. I got my phone ringing. Sorry, folks.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Well, there's a ton of movies coming out this summer because it is the blockbuster season, right? Not just the Dial of Destiny. There's a couple that have already come out that Todd's already seen. You saw Transformers: Rise of the Beast, right?
Just a couple days ago, actually.
Yeah. How was that?
Oh my God, it was so good. I want to talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to give any spoilers.
Don't give any spoilers.
Yeah. Do you guys care if I talk about it? Because I can say, spoiler alert, pause now, come back later, and watch the rest.
I haven't seen a Transformer movie since Shia LaBeouf was on the...
Okay. Well,
there, so...
And you've been warned. I'm going to talk about it. So pause now and come back later.
Does Ron Perlman's Monkey Man look like a cat?
No, he does not. He looks like a very weird looking robotic gorilla. He looks like a silverback, but with metal parts. And he's a total badass in it.
Well, of course he is. He's Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
God,
and Optimus Primal is his name, and seeing him standing next to Optimus Prime was kind of a cool thing because when the original Beast Wars cartoon came out, Beast Machines and the Beast Wars were supposed to be hundreds of years after the Transformers.
Oh, like a post-apocalyptic
Earth or something? And Primal was named after Optimus Prime. It was kind of the namesake. But at the end of the movie, after all the shit happens in the movie, I'm not going to say what happens in the movie, but at the end of the movie, the main human character gets a job offer, and he's handed a business card, and he just looks at the card and turns it over, and it says G.I. Joe on it.
Oh, so crossover time?
There's going to be a crossover. They've been talking about doing a Hasbro multiverse since 2014, where they're going to have Transformers, G.I. Joe, Mask, and Micronauts.
Dang.
What's Mask?
It's
another toy series.
It's their movie.
It's Mask is Mobile Armored Strike Command spelled with
I am not an animal.
No, it was a series of show. It was a series where it was a group of people who had these vehicles that would transform into other vehicles.
Oh,
like they had a guy who had a Z28 that had like. It had gull-wing doors like the DeLorean, and like it had boosters that came out the back of the trunk. So basically, it became a plane.
Oh, don't all those do that? When I was a kid, every time I had a little Hot Wheel car that had the gull wings, it could always fly.
Well, I mean, that was part of the storyline.
Because gull wing doors are cool. You don't see them often.
You don't.
But they're neat.
And the other thing, the other movie I recently watched was Fast X, and there was a brand new DeLorean in that movie.
Oh, you were just talking about the new DeLorean.
Yeah, it was so cool looking. Yeah. It was only in the movie for all of like 10 seconds. But it's like, that's a new DeLorean.
We should send Mike's band to pimp my ride and get him some gull-wing doors.
Oh my!
That would be
they don't necessarily have to happen, but just cause. Yeah. Oh my God.
West Coast Customs.
Or suicide them or something.
Yeah, send Mike down to West Coast Customs and have them put gull-wings.
I'll settle for my electrical system working occasionally.
Hey,
and now my radiator's
they're
going to
fix all that shit for you, Mike.
I need a new van when it does what it should.
But so yeah, I mean that's the end of the movie. They shows him the business card and that's it. And I was the only person who was like, what? What?
Jeez, that's great.
Everybody else was like, oh, okay, whatever.
And are those all Hasbro licenses still?
Yes.
Jeez,
yes.
The G.I. Joe movie, the ones that came out the last 10 years, they haven't really done that well, right?
Well,
I don't know that I've ever seen any of them.
So the last one that came out was Snake Eyes, and I
did see that one.
That was supposed to be the beginning of like a soft reboot for the G.I. Joe movies, because those first two were they could have been better.
Yeah,
sure.
They were popcorn movies for sure, and it's like, all right, this is cool, these badasses and whatnot.
Yeah.
And those,
just like a Power Ranger movie or
it was
doing it for fun.
They're doing it for a cash grab for sure, because they want people to be aware of G.I. Joe.
Sure.
But yeah, I hope that this is the beginning of like the Hasbro multiverse or whatever they want to call it, where they're going to have all these other Hasbro products in this movie universe.
Yeah, plus don't forget they do cross it over with Magic the Gathering, right? So
what?
It's like, there's Transformers and Magic the Gathering.
No.
They did a whole subset. No, it's great.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
No, it's wonderful. And so that's how I think they should end the whole so I'm going to spoiler. The end of that whole Hasbro multiverse is going to be a couple of kids playing Magic. It's just like St. Elsewhere.
Where was I that I was talking about St. Elsewhere?
A kid that was in a coma, and he wakes up and all the things he was dreaming about were just toys in his room.
Right.
Yep. But it's really just a couple of nerds playing Magic.
You know what? I think
that's what I heard. Because the nerd is the word. Oh, yeah.
Charles taking a picture randomly throughout the podcast.
What about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Have you seen that, Todd?
I did, and it was I was not aware that was a part one of a 2-part series. Of movies.
It is.
And
I didn't know that.
So at the end, it was like coming soon, blah 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 blah. I'm like, what?
And this is going to be the last one, right? Well, I mean, after the part 2 comes out.
Yeah. Well, I think the last one.
So this isn't part 2 to the first.
No, this is like when the last 2 Harry Potter movies came out. It was they had a big story that they couldn't do in one movie, and there was a lot to see in this movie.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things.
And it was a great fucking movie. I enjoyed the shit out of it. I recommend it. Yeah.
But I hear it's like 1,600 people for like a couple of years have to work on this thing to get it completed, something like that, some crazy number.
I don't know. There's
animators and
voice actors. I mean, there was characters and upon characters upon characters upon characters in the show, in the movie, and it was just like not every character had a voice though.
Yeah.
Like Spider Noir was there, but Nick Cage was not.
He just showed up.
He was in the background. Yeah.
Did they have a Lego Spider-Man? Did I? See
you know what? I
something?
think there was. Yeah. Yeah.
Was there like
Yeah.
pre-K?
There was.
That's fun.
And that's a Nicolas Cage Esquire.
Dude.
Sir Nicolas Cage. Esquire.
Speaking of spoilers, the last thing I heard about Nick Cage and anything related to comic book movies is he's going to make an appearance in The Flash as
I think you told me that
as Superman.
as the canceled Superman.
Yeah. I hope that's true.
Well, speaking of the Flash, so you might go see that.
That might be.
it might be surprise movie Monday.
I'm hoping it's going to be the mystery movie at Regal Cinema.
Yeah.
And how do you get press passes for movies like you were just talking about?
Well, you have to. Well, actually, I actually
I'm
have.
talking about.
I got an application to do that. If you guys are interested, we could maybe apply as a podcast, not just me as an individual person, and then we could all go to these press passes and give our reviews and stuff on the podcast.
Fortune and yellow liquid.
Yes.
I've got some yellow liquid.
The thing is we would have to do, I think it's 25 reviews a year.
Geez, that's one every 2 weeks. I ain't
with
bad.
the pee jokes, Mike.
Well, I meant the weird oily stuff that's way worse for you than pee.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, no, the stuff they put on your popcorn that's supposed butter, but it's not. It's like
It's like a million calories.
man,
you know
it's
what it
awful.
is?
I don't know. It just coats Susan relieves.
No, it's what's the
canola oil.
it's vegan butter. It's like made of the what are those stupid soy? It's made from soy.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Made from.
I heard soy's good for you.
Well,
But
not if you consume it. I mean, it depends on how much you eat and whether or not you want boobs.
Believe everything I see.
Yeah.
No, seriously, if you eat mass quantities of soy, you will grow breasts.
Yeah, that's not a thing.
Are you sure about
Positive.
that?
Yeah, because it's different. The phytoestrogens and the estrogens of a human body are completely different.
I don't know.
All right.
I do a lot of soy sauce. Is that kind of the same thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's why I got such big knockers.
Yeah.
I mean, soy. Soy? No, is it soy? I don't think it's soy.
That's what the meat industry was trying to say. But it's like just because molecules have one word in common doesn't make them the same molecule. It really doesn't. Yeah, because there are phytoestrogens, right? But it's not the same.
When does The Flash come out? It comes out
in like next week.
Next week?
Cool.
Okay, not this week. All right.
Next week.
Oh, yeah, and does a Secret Invasion starts this weekend?
Is it this weekend or next week?
It's the 16th, I think.
I haven't watched any trailers for that because I want to watch
good to
it.
me, dude. Yeah, it's got Samuel L. Jackson on the TV.
Yeah. And all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
As I understand it, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people are going to make appearances or something.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
I saw a couple of them in the previews. So
I'm hoping that the girl, like the lead character from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I hope she
that's Ming.
No, not Ming Na Wen, the white girl.
Brunette.
The brunette, yeah.
Oh, sure.
I can't remember her name or the character.
Me neither.
I liked her character.
Yeah.
Ming Na just got a star on the Hollywood.
Yeah, and she also they just recently announced that she is reconfirming for SummerCon, so she is going to be at SummerCon.
Geez, that's great. All right.
Yeah,
I could tackle that.
We'll have to try to do it. She'll probably pull a move on you.
She'll have like large
I bet. Oh yeah, no, she's
large mammals like blocking her.
I would hope. Yeah, because she's Mandalorian. She's all over the place.
She was the voice of Mulan too.
Yes.
The original voice of Mulan. And so when she was in the live action movie as another character, a lot of people were like, oh my God, she's in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's working. That's great.
Well, from the previews on Secret Invasion, it looks like they've spared no expense. I mean, it is big.
It is.
I know
Disney.
it's Disney. And
Disney has a massive bank,
but it looks great.
Yeah, I wonder if I should revisit Captain Marvel to kind of get. Because that's sort of where this stems from, right?
Oh, and the Marvels is going to be coming out sometime this year too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, and that's going to be like it's Rambo and the girl from Miss Marvel, and then Captain Marvel herself, which I think is a different actress too. By the way, it's not Brie Larson this time around.
Oh,
and
I think she got replaced.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, didn't she get an Oscar nomination or something? So maybe she won.
I don't know.
I'm an actor now.
I think she was kind of abrasive to work with. Is what I heard. So she was hard. She was hard to work with. That's why she got replaced.
While I was looking for the movies that were coming out this month, I saw one that was called The Surrounded, and it's a Western, and it's got, I think her name is Letitia James, Black Panther's sister, T'Challa's sister.
Okay.
She plays, I believe, a freed African slave. This is like just a few years after the Civil War, and she gets caught up in this deal where she's supposed to guard this outlaw that robbed them all, and she may be being chased herself, but I'm a big fan of westerns, Western action stuff, and it just looked really good, and she looked really good in it. And it's got the guy from The Wire that recently passed. Can't think of his name.
I don't know.
Or not The Wire, Oz, and he was also in the Cthulhu, not the Cthulhu, but the guy that did the Lovecraft Country, the older guy.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
But yeah, real famous actor. He just passed away.
Yeah. You talking about Ray Stevenson or whatever?
No. African American gentleman.
Yeah. That guy that was in the
and Happen Leonard?
Yes,
John Wick.
The guy that was in Happen Leonard.
Yeah, Michael.
The John Wick movies. He was like
the John Wick.
He was like
that's a different guy.
Are you sure?
The guy who was the concierge.
Yeah.
The bald guy. That's a different guy. Different guy.
Yeah, change the right word.
But yeah, the guy that from Happen Leonard.
Yeah. Michael something.
Yeah. He's in it, and oh God, Jamie Bell. Do you know who that is? If you saw his face, you would recognize him right away. But it looks really good. I'm a big Western fan, so I'm looking forward to that. It looked pretty good.
Oh, Hap and Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there typing in Happened Leonard.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I only watched the first season. I
and I
think
like
they
Joe
did
Lansdale.
two, right?
Really good. They did 2 seasons.
Yeah, I got to watch the other season. Maybe I'll watch the first one again first.
Yeah, I really like that writer a lot.
Yeah.
Michael Kenneth Leonard?
Yeah,
Michael Kenneth Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen him in anything. I don't know if I've seen any of these.
Happen Leonard was really enjoyable, and it's got the nice.
He was in F for Family, so I have seen that.
Mad Men.
Oh, was he? I didn't watch Mad Men.
I didn't either.
Well, the super duper lady.
Christina Hendricks. Yeah, she was in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Christina Hendricks.
Unreal. Hey, Christina, if you want to come on the show, just let us know.
Anytime. Anytime, we'd be happy to have you.
I'll buy lunch.
Promise it won't get weird.
Well, how could you possibly make that promise?
Well, I'll make the promise and say, keep it.
And Lovecraft Country was cool.
That was a cool show.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. It's just tough.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Joe R. Lansdale, the guy who wrote Happen Leonard, and I think still does, he's an author, and he wrote Bubba Hotep.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff.
I tried watching that movie, and I was really weirded out by it.
Facebook friends.
I tried watching Bubba Hotep,
it's
and
bonkers.
It was weird as
bonkers.
fuck, and I didn't understand what was going on, and I stopped watching it by halfway through.
Yeah, just stick with Elvis.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like that actor.
Oh yeah, no, he's great. Yeah. And Ozzie Davis is in it as JFK. It's great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Ozzie Davis
as JFK, exactly what you're thinking right now.
Wait, Ozzie Davis, isn't he black?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it's great. I'm telling you, you'll have to revisit it. Right?
Ozzie Davis as Angela Lansbury as John F. Kennedy.
So because they're both in like a mental institution, he thinks he's gotcha. I was like, what?
Or does he? No, it's true.
Yeah. I was just looking up.
Angela Lansbury as Ozzie Davis.
Angela Lansbury as Deadpool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Deadpool, I just found out that they moved up the release date for Deadpool 3 to May 4th, 2024.
Oh, all right.
They moved it up, meaning closer.
Yes, it was November 8th, 2024, so it moved up almost an entire year.
Nice. Any other movies or shows that you guys have heard that are
I just
making their way this way.
I just recently was watching the last couple episodes of Bupkis on Paramount, which is a Pete Davidson story. It's like based on his real life, but like, you know, fictionalized and stuff. And it's got Joe Pesci playing his granddad.
Nice.
Damn, it's good to see he's still working.
He looks old as fuck in this show.
He's pretty fucking old, actually. Yeah, and you know, plus the
he looks. Is he in his 80s? Because he looks like he's in his
real
80s.
close. He was one of the guys who was like one of the Jersey Boys. He tried out for a bunch of those old boy bands and shit.
Oh, really?
Fucking way back in the
late 50s, early 60s. Yeah. Dave Valley kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, that guy goes way back.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Other movies. Not that I could think of.
Yeah. Bunch of stuff. We talked about Star Trek coming out.
I've also been watching on Paramount Plus. I think it's on the Gremlins TV series, an animated series, and.
Is that new or?
It's just came out in the last 3-4 weeks.
Oh.
So they put out 2 episodes per week, and we're up to, I think, episode 7 or 8 now. So,
what do you think of that?
It's been entertaining, but one of the things I realized immediately was the actor playing Gizmo was not Howie Mandel. I was like, this is not Howie.
Was he Gizmo?
Yeah.
No.
He was.
Did not know that.
Yeah. No,
like in Gremlins,
like,
the Joe Dante Gremlins?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
The voice of Gizmo is also Bobby. It's the same voice.
Wow.
Bobby's World. Yeah. Same voice. But they got somebody else to do.
Remember during pandemic, everybody thought Howie Mandel was sending us like hidden messages in his daily like videos and shit. Do you remember that?
No.
Like that he had been taken prisoner and all this weird shit. Oh, you gotta look.
He's all about like pranks and shit. I was listening to his podcast for a while, and he would call on his podcast. He would call people and prank them.
Yeah. Well, so maybe
I was like, how are you pranking people with caller ID? In 2023, how are you calling people and not having them get your phone number?
Running.
I mean, he
Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah, all that stuff, man. Calling my favorite prank when I was 12 years old was calling the local KFC and asking how big their breasts were.
Yeah.
God, I think we discussed this.
Yeah.
I still think it's hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. I don't do it anymore, mind you, but I still think it's funny.
Todd. It's eternal.
Yeah.
He only does it in the drive-thru now.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that I discovered is like if you get yourself one of those little portable like police scanners or radio scanners, they will pick up the two-way radios that they have in drive-thrus. So you can hear them talking shit about the customers while they're in line.
Oh, man.
You have to be a certain... just like if you're sitting in the car.
If you're sitting in the drive-thru or in the parking lot. If you're within like 50...
hat and tell them you're psychic. The answer is...
Karnak
did magnificent, yeah. But no, seriously, I used to have one of those little scanners, and I sat in the parking lot, and I would listen to them talk shit about the customers. And I go through the drive-thru, it's like, yeah, you shouldn't talk about so-and-so like that. This, just because they want this, and this, and how did you know that?
Yes,
nice.
Yeah, but everything's better with the Karnak. Headdress.
We should get a Karnak, and here's my segue for the Gong Show. Yeah. If you haven't heard, ladies and gentlemen, and you
go ahead and hit the gong there.
That wasn't a very solid hit, but we are doing a Gong Show on Saturday, July 8th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
Not the 9th, but the 8th.
$10 at the door. We've got tons of acts, and we've got a live band here. The Hayfields, man.
That's more than enough.
Worth the price of admission just to hear a song from them.
Yeah.
So
and he's our guest of yore. I mean, how long ago was that? That
was like episode 10 or 8 or something.
Crazy like
within
that. The first. Within
you guys should go back and watch that just to get a taste of that.
Was he our first guest?
He was our first guest and our first musical guest.
Yeah.
Oh, geez,
yeah.
The kid's got chops. Yeah, he really does.
He's really good. Yeah.
Very much looking forward to it. We got lots of great acts and not so great acts that are going to come. We've got comedian judges. We've got an actual gong that we hope people are going to get gonged.
Oh, what
kind of bizarre world would it be where all the acts are just spectacular? Yeah.
I plan on getting gonged immediately.
We don't give out the Macintosh Award for the gong.
Yeah, there's just too much good stuff.
Come out with the puppet, and they'll be like, trying to be like, what's his name, Jeff Ross.
Yeah.
And roasting people with a puppet.
No, yeah.
Nice. It'll be audience participation. We'll be walking around asking people what they thought of the act. The bar will be open.
Yeah. Yes. And highly encouraged.
Highly encouraged. It makes the night go faster and makes the acts more fun. Come on down.
July the 8th.
Doors at 7, show at 8.
I'm hoping we're going to have some like classic characters from the Gong Show, like the unknown comic. And maybe, have we got the Popsicle Girls coming?
Oh my God. You should look that up.
That's a thing. That's a real thing. Google it. Go on YouTube.
The Unknown Comic. I mean, the Unknown Comic, and I still don't know who that was. I'd like to think it was Charles Fleischer or something, but
no, it wasn't Fleischer. It was somebody else. There's a video of him taking the bag off his head.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If you can find the Popcorn Girls, they're probably in their 80s now, and they could probably remove their teeth to consume the Popsicle Girls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Might be fun.
If they let us know where they're at, we'll pay them to come up.
Come on down.
Because it's kind of an empty promise, I think. They're not calling us.
They're not calling us.
But we do have a number. Any of you could call us.
Yes. What's that number,
including the Popsicle twins.
Yeah, it's 206-504-3190.
Yeah, and really, I mean, if the Popsicle twins do call, I'm going to feel a lot of pressure now. So.
You are. Yeah.
And we still haven't reached 1,000 followers on our YouTube channel for Mike to get a tattoo of a flaming pickle on your back, right?
Todd really wants me to get a flaming pickle tramp stamp. So.
I said that mostly as a joke. I don't
tell him you already have a tramp stamp.
Well, yeah.
You should just seriously. You should just get like a bullseye tattoo on your lower back.
Yeah. No.
He's like, no.
But we'll see. I'm down for all sorts of stupid tattoos, but that probably won't be one.
You should get Charles and my face put on your lower back.
Yeah. No. Thanks for playing, though.
No, I didn't. I agree.
But but we're really close. I think we're within like 30 odd.
Yeah, 40, something like that.
Yeah. The YouTube stuff is good. I mean,
don't forget to subscribe and like it and share it and tell your friends and talk about it at work, and all that stuff is helpful for us. So.
Comment on the videos and communicate with us through that too, man. I mean.
Yeah, you really can. It's okay.
Yes, so go to r-townpodcast.com or rtownpod.com. Is that the other one?
Yeah, rtownpod.com will take you right to the YouTube channel.
Get you right there, fellas. We're not hard to find. Well, ending on something positive, and speaking of the Gong Show, I have a quote from Chuck Barris himself.
Wow.
The mighty man that started the Gong Show, created it.
CIA operative, too.
And his quote reads, "The Gong Show provided me with 5 years of the happiest times of my life, but that's that. And to be known as the guy who gave the world the Gong Show, listen, my Uncle George isn't known as anything, so I guess it isn't so bad in that context."
Yeah. There you go. I like it.
There you go, man.
A movie came out about him in 2002 called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Based on his book.
Yeah, I still have the book.
Drew Barrymore's in that.
I do love Drew Barrymore.
Oh, yeah. When we were all in our teens, I had a huge crush on Drew Barrymore back when we were
who did it?
In our 20s. Because I'm like a year and a half older than her. So
just a lovely.
She's not quite 50 yet.
Lovely lady, I would say.
Well, for positive things, fiction podcast I was listening to called The Imperfection.
Oh.
Was great.
Okay.
So I highly recommend just throwing on some headphones. I listen on Spotify.
Imperfection?
Yeah.
That's just really the name of
it. It was a one-season thing. Kind of couldn't stop listening to it. So
okay.
It was really well done.
How many episodes did they do?
I want to say 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
A podcast that I like to listen to every once in a while. I need to get caught up on it. It's been a few weeks since I listened to the last one. Or he's on YouTube as well. But Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum. It's a great podcast. It's the host is the guy who played Lex Luthor on Smallville.
Yeah.
And it's every episode he's talking to like one of his Hollywood friends. And
is that the bald guy?
He was bald on the show. He has hair now, but yeah. It's like listening to like a therapy session a lot of times, and it's great. He asks all these questions, and a lot of times they tell very vulnerable stories. And one of the best episodes ever was when Stephen Amell was on there, and he had a panic attack right in the middle of the podcast.
No, man.
Wow.
And he came back and talked about that, and it's fantastic podcast, very entertaining. Michael is very ADHD, like myself, and very kind of random thoughts come out of his mouth when they're podcasting. So it's quite entertaining. At least for me, it is. I don't know. Maybe you guys won't get into it, but I enjoy the shit out of the show.
Would you tell me the name of it one more time?
It's Inside of You with Michael Rosenbaum.
I know.
If you search for it on YouTube, you can watch the episodes. They have like people come to his house and they interview right in this. He has this little alcove room in his house where he turned it into a podcast studio.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, guys, for this episode? We are going to be talking about our most awesome summer blockbusters of all time in our bonus round. And if you want to see that, you'll have to go to r-townpodcast.com and sign up. It's only $3 a month or $30 per year.
You won't regret it. You won't. You won't wake up like Christmas morning ruining the day you subscribe to us.
Exactly.
Really,
not at all. So check it out. We're going to do that. Anything else from you fellers for this week?
Jeez, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Be excellent to each other.
Enough said right there.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, blogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.